Back in June earlier this year when E3 was going on, one of the games Square Enix presented was the recently leaked Nioh-styled Final Fantasy game, Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. Based on how the trailer had gone, we started to assume the game was a sort of prequel to Final Fantasy 1 leaking into the events of that game. As in the trailer, we see Garland already having turned to the dark side, but little to no evidence of him having kidnapped Princess Sarah yet. As we know in Final Fantasy 1, that's when the Warriors of Light set out to save her. However, what's curious about the game is that the heroes we see in the trailer and play as in the demo do not appear to be the same heroes from Final Fantasy 1. Around this time, there should only be one group of people claiming to be the Warriors of Light, so who are these three people claiming to be them? Well, there's a bit more that needs questioning while we're at it. But overall, this game seems to be taking Final Fantasy in a new direction, even for just a moment. But this new direction is something I really hope we see again, because I think this series needs it. And I know this video is months late, I'm sorry, but I've had an unhealthy obsession with the music from the demo lately, and because you can't play the demo anymore, I've just been watching my old footage of the game. Yes, I am down horrendously bad for this game. But like I said before, that's not the only thing I find strange. When the heroes encounter Garland in this game, they call him out to be Garland, the one Princess Sarah told them about. However, after the heroes proclaim to be here to kill Chaos, Garland claims that he's to become Chaos. Having now played Final Fantasy 1 through the recent Pixel remaster, thanks again Square for the code, as big parts of this video would be impossible without their generosity. But yeah, this statement he says shouldn't be possible. Garland is sent 2,000 years into the past where he becomes Chaos and the heroes defeat him. However, what's happening behind the scenes is a never-ending time loop. Garland created a time loop of him basically going back in time, becoming Chaos and leader of the Fiends, then sending those Fiends into the future where they can wreak their havoc and eventually send the unknowing Garland into the past so the events can loop once again. But in Final Fantasy 1, he even says that he won't have any memory of this, so how can a Garland who hasn't become Chaos yet even know that's who he's to become? That only happens when he's sent back in time, where he stays until the Warriors of Light travel back in time to defeat him and end the time loop. Another thing that stuck out to me during the boss fight within the PS5 demo for the game was that one of your teammates remarks that there's a person inside the suit of armor, as if they're surprised at that fact. But why? Garland was a powerful and respected knight of Princess Sarah's kingdom, that is until he went bad guy. So if Princess Sarah filled them in on who Garland was and what to expect, especially remarking on his appearance, why did they act as if they didn't know he was a person? It's almost as if they assumed Garland was a suit of armor possessed by darkness. So with those out of the way, these are all basically questions that can't be answered right now, as the game is yet to be released. Shout out to those of you watching this in the future and know the answers already because you've beaten the game. I want to be you so badly right now. But before I get into the gameplay, I want to present a theory that I've been thinking up for a few days now. Keep in mind, again, the game ain't out yet when I'm recording this, so I could be completely off base, but for now, it makes sense in my ignorant mind. So what if this isn't actually a prequel to Final Fantasy 1, and it's more accurately just a game set in its world? These characters we play as are the Warriors of Light. I don't think any random Joe on the street would have been entrusted by Princess Sarah to take down Chaos. However, an event that never happened in Final Fantasy 1 happens earlier in this game, and it's revealed to Garland what he'd do and what he'd become in the future. This would explain how Garland in this demo knows he'll become Chaos despite this normally being impossible. But what I think is happening too is that Jack, our main character, is Garland. Yeah, I think they're the same person. But what I think happened is that during the aforementioned event, Garland was split into two different people, one who desires to become Chaos and the other who sets out to kill him. I think another part of the demo that can reinforce this theory is when Garland uses Chaosbringer, which the party comments is the same ability Jack has except it's polar opposite of his Jack's being Lightbringer. And as far as we know, Jack is the only one able to do this. So why would Garland, who Jack has clearly never met, know this ability that is unique to Jack? It makes sense if they were the same person, am I right? However, I think that the next part can be either of two scenarios. With the power Jack has and the darkness removed from his heart, he was able to be recognized as a warrior of light just like his friends, and he keeps who he truly is a secret. You know, mainly thinking that as long as they kill Chaos, no one needs to know who is behind the mask. Or the other scenario, that because of the split, the memories they gained were damaged. Now the evil Garland aspiring to become Chaos doesn't know Jack is him, nor does he know the specific steps to become Chaos, taking this game a different route than the original. And Jack doesn't know that Garland is him either, but has an unhealthy desire to kill Chaos anyway. But at the same time doesn't know anything about Garland and only identifies himself to be Jack. This makes the original person, of course, to be Jack Garland, as in no other game, spin-off or not, did we ever know Garland's other name. We can assume Garland is a last name or first name, but with this theory, it makes more sense for Garland to be his last name. You know, when this video started, I set out to make a video solely about the gameplay and how it made me feel, but it somehow turned into a major theory kind of video, but I still want to talk about its gameplay. Now, I'm not the biggest From Software kind of guy, so I'm pretty unfamiliar with these kinds of games, even though this wasn't made by them. It still follows a similar formula as Nioh, which in my opinion is a game that took inspiration from Dark Souls, but there is something about how this game plays, the tight movement, the stamina meter, the game pushes you. No, that's not quite right. The game forces you to learn its mechanics in a way that feels so natural with its level design. The challenge amps up as you progress further into the castle, yet it isn't afraid to dial it back as you learn to combat new types of enemies. During the boss fight with Garland is the highlight of this, as it's the culmination of everything you learned during this experience. You have to dodge, block, and attack at all the correct moments, or else you risk taking huge amounts of damage. You can heal numerous times in a fight, but improper use of them can lead you not even getting the chance to use them, or wasting them by getting hit and losing all the HP you just got back. I love there being multiple types of blocks to use as well. Regularly blocking using your shield or sword would block any regular attack without fail. However, general magic attacks or magic imbued sword attacks both need to be blocked with your special block designed around that. It helps fill your meter that can allow you to use the special ability Lightbringer, which is basically a temporary power up that can really help you lay waste to enemies. This game has a beautiful sort of flow to it, getting 2 to 3 hits in, dodge rolling out of the way, getting a few more hits in, then he leaps back to use his ice magic and you have a single moment of panic as your mind and body aren't in sync now. You instinctively want to dodge roll, but you know for this attack you're still likely going to get hit by it. But your mind knows to just special block because it'll build your meter and negate damage. But pulling through it and ending up alright just leaves such a satisfying conclusion. Another thing I noted was he'd imbue his sword with fire, powering up all attacks he lands on you. A single one could kill you if you're not near full HP, but somehow I knew that using water magic on him would take him out of that state. I don't think anywhere in the game it told you that this was possible, but when I did it for the first time, I was so shocked yet so impressed with myself at the same time. Most people who know me also know that as I've gotten older, I've kinda not cared about difficulty the way I used to. I found myself picking normal over hard in recent years, but this game specifically brought that old me back out. I got so frustrated at myself for all the little mistakes that led me losing to Garland over and over and over again, but I never stopped. I couldn't stop. The music blasting during this super difficult fight had me feeling a way that no game had me feel in years, and I promise I'm not exaggerating. I felt like this and didn't want it to end. The music had this tone of facing off against a foe who's extremely powerful, but not as powerful as you. Yet at the same time, with that being the case, any miscalculation during battle can lead me to being the one biting the dust. The hidden undertones of a battle we have every reason to win, but can still go wrong at any moment. I really hope that Square and Team Ninja knock this game out of the park. I didn't go into the few things I didn't care for about the game, mainly because that's not what this video is about. There'll be a time for that another day. I really hope these two team up again one day for another game in a similar style. I'd love a game like this in Final Fantasy IX's world, or maybe in Final Fantasy IV's world too. Did you enjoy the demo for this game? Are you looking forward to the full game too? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, leave me a like and subscribe if you want more Final Fantasy videos. Thanks for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember everyone to play some games, have some fun, and enjoy your day.